Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely, especially with Alina in the mix. And that could be no, because I guess the thing about Lina...
Chance to restore 10% of your mana. So 1 in every 2 or 3 daggers, you're pretty much going to get it in. Kaka throwing out the stun. Oh, nice regen pick there. He might be dead.
Yeah, I was going to say, he's going to look to chase this one down. Dubu, he's going to have another dagger in a few seconds. Tries to throw the stun Kaka, but he's going to miss it. Dubu, one final dagger will do it in first blood. Gets the illusions out, looks for the Riptide. Mid lane, NewBee, they want to try and make a bit of a play. They're moving in onto QO. Faith with the setup. Disruptions there, Kaka should be able to hit the stun. Indeed he does. The burst comes out. QO's down. New QO.
Yeah, that was a really, really nice rotation. The ward was just placed there from MVP. They get a D ward. It was a fresh one. It was probably down for about 30 seconds.
Oh, look at this as well. Faith, as soon as Disruption comes off cooldown, using it again. Kaka claritying up. Hasn't got enough for the second spell, but the right click should be enough, and indeed NewBee. These look to be the ones to make a bit of a play now. Ryzen for the first time leaving the top lane and coming around with Dubu.
This is a very hard gank, though. There's an Eclipse available here on this Luna.
They could totally turn, and Kaka, I mean, if they get a kill involved, he might even get the level 6 this fight. So, yeah, MVP have to be very careful about how they take this. We can see Faith's there behind them, maybe with defensive disruption, but they get the opening coming in straight away. The Dubu support's down. Velo trying to run himself out of there. There'll be a return void coming in with Febi's Chrono, trying to turn the fight around. They take Kaka. Faith disrupting Febi, trying to hold him back. They've lost 2 on MVP, though. MVP, they need to find more. They've got a time walk jumping forward, looking for triple U9. They'll take it. Double kill for Febi. So MVP do lose 2, but a good... Kaka and KP still sticking together. They've got that Laguna Blade. Just level 6 has come online for Kaka. So anyone that appears, if they get caught, they're in a lot of trouble. Febi, he's going to start to farm. They try and go for the stun, but Febi backs it off. Febi, to turn this around, maybe he pops the time dilation, jumps forward. He's got backup coming in as well. Velo's there, as well as Dubu. They'll jump in onto Kaka, drop the Laguna Blade immediately onto Dubu, but that's not enough damage. They'll end...
Because that was a perfectly chained stun there from NewBee.
Oh, look at this MVP. Got eyes on Test Triple C, straight in, Dubu and Ryzen ripping the Naga Siren to shreds.
That was so well played by Ryzen. He had
jumping onto Faith, but Triple U9 coming out with the old Febi, getting bursted low, but he time walked it out, the Chrono's down, Faith's out, he's caught the Luna as well, they're both gone. Febi again with these...
It's the same thing. And as we spoke about during the draft, MVP doesn't really have the capability of pushing the waves that hard. So NewBee can delay the game. And Q is thinking to himself, okay, attack speed still benefits OD because I have Arcane Orb, that's a lot of my damage. All I really need to do is stay relevant on farm. And Midas is a great choice to do that.
And this is a really nice bit of a play here from MVP, moving into the pit, taking this with NewBee having no...
MVP rotating over. Okay, they walk out of the ward range. They are going to smoke. No Chrono yet.
Dubu's going to come back across. Is he going to get eyes on anyone? Coming up to the high ground. NewBee, they're kind of split up at the moment. In fact, an epi attempt from KP coming in onto QO with the Light Strike Array. They'll do it, but they may just pay with their lives. MVP coming around, looking to punish, getting Kaka with the telekinesis. He's down. KP trying to duke it out in the tree line. He's going to go for the TP. They go for the blind Chrono, but this time, Febi's had a few beautiful ones. That one, Luna's got to be careful. Ryzen seeing if he can get some sort of a latch down. Gets the ward out. And they do want to make a play top. 4 of them from the side of MVP, wrapping around onto Kaka in a lot of trouble here. He'll drop down the stun, but the vacuum back from Velo means that they'll take the lean up.
One of the main initiators.
Absolutely, yeah. Look at this positioning. Coming around behind the tier 1. You got to be careful, NewBee. They're not careful enough. Kaka immediately gets chronoed by Febi. Lena's going to be taken down. They'll get the tower. KP's still hiding in the tree line, but they know he's there. He will blink up to the north, in fact, and the Duke's successful. And he'll be spotted out by the Creeps, but he's gone. He's not... Kaka needs to be a little bit careful here. MVP still over NewBee's side of the map around the Ancients. Kaka is going to be spotted out by this ward. He'll drop a sentry. Yeah, he's got a ward on the high ground at the moment, and in fact the jump in, there it is. MVP coming in, coming out, KP's there. MVP realizing that they need to get themselves out. Dubu should be caught out by the Burrow Strike. Can they save this man? Light Strike coming down. He'll jump across the ult from Unite coming through, and this time is a great one. Gets himself a double kill. Rising trapped as he heads up towards the cliff, but he himself in trouble as well. Oh, the stolen Burrow Strike comes down, but KP with the OG Burrow Strike takes him down. And NewBee...
I mean, MVP will always have the capability of winning fights if they can get the engagement. They're always looking for the fight. That's why they're smoking right now.
Yeah, QO. EG coming in. Faith is going to try and go for the TP out. They need a Basher or an Astral. That'll do it. QO holds back the SD and be able to make Faith pay for his movements. But the rest of the side of NewBee will get themselves out. And in fact, on the back lines of it, came with these heroes. But, you know, as you said, the fact that KP with the yours picked up. He's going to be very elusive. In fact, he's making a bit of a play up top. He's looking for Dubu. SCCC comes in with the bots. Dubu, no one to jump to, nowhere to hide. As NewBee, again, just outplaying MVP.
Now they're going to be forced into playing 5-man Dota. That's really what MVP are going to need to do. Bebby for the chrono.
Now again, just dropping it solo on a Kaka support. He needs to find any kill he can, but Faith's going to make it hard. The disruption now, Triple U9 coming in with the Eclipse. The self-fuels, Lina keeping himself alive. The Kaka, he's still not dead, finally goes down. Oh, if they find the Luna as well, it's going to be huge. The wall's being dropped, and they do. MVP with the exact fight they need, and again, QO blinks forward, takes down a third, and MVP this time. He going in onto Bebby, and he's got it. The solo epicenter is enough damage for the Void. And KP, can he get himself out though? Reload's coming across. Nature's working against him as well. Vacuum onto KP. How's he going to play this? Burrow Strike. Oh, onto 2. Dubu jumping in. Well, the stolen Burrow Strike from Rising. QO comes in for the cleanup. And they will make the Sand King. MVP can wait it out for another chrono. But at the same time, I guess that's just more space you're giving to this Naga. And QO jumping in very aggressively here. Immediate song. QO. He's going to Astral himself here. KP going straight in onto the backline. Is looking for Ryzen. Ryzen goes for the steal, steals the Sandstorm, but it doesn't matter. He's down. They'll look to focus KP. At the same time, QO is still trying to fight it. He's got the Aegis. He's going to be back for round 2. Bebby, they will find KP, but can they actually get QO out of here? Defensively, Astral himself. Oh, and the timing's there with the light strike. Luna just beats into QO. Bebby's trying to man fight. Gets himself out with the time walk, but the jump forward from Faith has another disruption to set this up. They need a stun from Kaka. Can he get in range? Oh. Yes, he can! They'll do it. They get it.
Chronos for utility, plus, Ryzen being extremely farmed on a Rubik. The one thing that we haven't really talked a lot about, because, we've been focusing a lot on the lanes and how to keep them pushed out, is if you're actually MVP and you have a fight and you have midfield, things like Epicenter, Eclipse, Lina's damage.
I don't know if you saw that, Andy, but that was...
Push. You can see QO, he's like, freaking go down a lane, because if we keep playing this game, we're just not going to win. Like, we don't have heroes to be able to keep the lane pushed out.
Do you really want to be farming this creep wave? Oh, the Duke's down, he pops the BKB, but he's being Demonic Purge. Triple U9 though, pops the BKB, just man fights against QO, and QO, he's almost certainly going to go down. He tried to Astral himself at the end. Bebby's come in with the Chronosphere. They're trying to do something in return. They'll burst down the Void though. And GG, well played is called. It all becomes too much for MVP. And NewBee cleaning up the game very nicely. And the question that's got to be asked, Andy, is how do they change it up in game 2? I mean, have you just got to ban one of these SDs or Lunas? Or do you take away the Naga from NewBee? What's the plan?